You look after your staff, they'll look after your customers. It's that simple. Sir Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Group, was quoted saying that in an interview where he explained the importance of a company investing in its people if it wants to be successful. By investing in our people, we can unlock their individual potential to achieve success while building loyalty and trust that makes an effective team. Numerous studies have linked performance to employee engagement and happiness in their job. Therefore, it's critical to not lose sight that everything starts with our people. Furthermore, traditional office environments are rapidly changing to globally distributed and virtual workforces. The number of virtual workers is on the rise, with almost 4 million people choosing to work remotely for at least part of their job, and teams are becoming global, with an estimated 25% of all teams including at least one person from other nations. As our workforces transform, we need to prioritize the importance of our employees' personal and professional development, even though we may not physically see them every day. In the next few minutes, I'll explain why you, a manager of a distributed and virtual team, should purchase the guide Building and Using a Personal Development Program and how it will impact your team for the better. Why this guide is right for you. This guide provides managers of distributed and virtual teams with information on how to build an effective development program that leverages the strengths of all their company employees. It identifies how personality, culture, company goals, and individual goals all act as inputs into each employee's development plan. Due to the unique nature of building development programs, this guide is best suited for mid-sized companies with an HR department that is available to support a development program for all employees. The following slides will give you a glimpse into the value that this book would add to you and your firm. When companies were smaller and the employee base was more homogeneous, culture did not have the same type of impact on the day-to-day operations as it does now. Within American companies, at least a quarter of all teams now include people from other nations. This guide provides insight into how the three contrasting cultural factors of individualism versus collectivism, career success versus quality of life, and level of risk avoidance impact how each employee approaches their personal development goals. While not a new issue for managers, the challenge of different personalities and personal preferences is one that has become more important and difficult as increasing number of employees join the virtual workforce. Discovering the basics of how to approach and leverage reward and recognition, feedback, motivation, and learning is highlighted within the second chapter of the guide and is also addressed throughout the content of the book. In addition to providing insight into how culture and personality can impact career goals, this guide provides information on how managers can engage in their teams in order to overcome the challenge of being a multicultural and distributed workforce. Tips include building a culture of communication, creating trust, and measuring productivity. Also included is a brief synopsis of the types of technology available to support these focus areas. Within the third chapter of the guide, the authors provide a quick outline on how to begin designing an effective development program within your company. The four main keys they identify are to support the managers by making team development part of their mandate, to define the goals of the company to align with the program structure and company growth plans, to define the available budget for the program, and to ensure that each employee is empowered to own their own development plans. Chapter 3 continues with a guided approach, providing a step-by-step process to aid company leaders as they determine how to build the best development program for their firm. The authors discuss the importance of strong program goals that align with the growth goals of the company, building career matrices, defining which learning and development options will be funded for employees, and an overview of what should be included in an employee's development plan and the benefit of a development plan for each individual employee. This section includes references on how personality and cultural differences can influence and impact how each of the elements of the development program work. It also includes various samples and reference worksheets that are available for company leaders as they build the development program and for managers and employees as they execute their development plans. Seen here are sections of the sample worksheets provided within the guide. These worksheets help provide managers and employees with the tools necessary to execute an ongoing development plan. The Final chapters include a reminder for all managers that they must place ongoing importance on supporting their employees in their development plans, and one of the best ways to do this is to deliver on promises made and make time for the development conversations with employees. This useful guide is rounded out by an outline of the importance of promoting employee development, tracking performance of the development program, and tracking the development of each employee against their plan. It then closes with a reminder of knowing the limitations of your company's development program and, of course, the limitations of yourself. I strongly recommend you purchase your own copy of Building and Using a Personal Development Program, especially if you're a manager of a distributed and virtual team. Thank you very much.